What's up, guys? We have an extra special guest today. 14 months in the making. We are going to talk about what we're thankful for. We're going to talk about people pleasing, having a heart of humility. When does pride and fear get in the way of being able to do what God has called you to do? So it's going to be fun. Let's roll. What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of The Pastor's Hangover. My name is Melissa, and we are going to dive into some biblical truth. And we are going to share with the teaching team of Grace Family Church and a very special guest today.
A new member of the teaching team.
One of the most important people in my life.
Come on.
Pastor Hal is holding my 5-month-old son.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, if you haven't been watching The Pastor's Hangover for a long time, or if you're new to the show, I started, got pregnant last year and was on the show all belly, and then was off for the summer maternity leave, and the baby is here with us.
Yes.
Yay, Eddie.
He does not like you talking to other
Sorry.
No. The moment you started talking, he was like, hey.
Hi.
Shut it down.
Hi. Tickle. So, he is here with us.
He's chosen his...
We were all supposed to bring something we were thankful for today, but I was the only one that brought something.
All right.
Oh.
Here we go.
Ready? Pass the potato.
Come on, I got this guy. Come on.
Oh.
Whisper.
Hey, you better?
Here you go. Hi.
So, yeah, I'm
There we
Craig, the
go.
baby whisperer.
There you go. So we have with us today
There we
Pastor
go.
Hal Mayer,
Hello.
Hey.
Pastor Craig Altman,
All right.
Little Eddie V,
Eddie V.
and Pastor Daryl Black.
Yeah, hey.
All right. Well,
What did I just say? Yay, hey.
Hey, yay, hey,
What
hey.
was that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
in your
But
sermon last week, you said like yeehaw or something.
did I say yeehaw?
Yeah, we clipped it.
Was
We put
it
it on
yeehaw?
social.
If I
It
have
was
a
something
little-
super crazy.
If I have a little
Ooh-wee.
angry tone today, it's because the Bucks lost last night. So I'm just
Yeah.
really mad. But I'm gonna
been
try
a
to set it aside.
We brought him to soften you up because we knew about the
Oh,
loss.
babies do that. They'll tenderize your heart.
Mm-hmm.
We knew about the
Hey, man,
loss
what's
for
this?
sure.
That's actually what
What's that?
caused me to
That's
stop yelling at games.
There we go.
Is and then Chrissy just put my son in my lap while I was watching the game. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
okay.
you can't.
And he's asleep.
Yeah.
My son would have gone deaf who would have done that. Yeah.
How are they doing this season though?
They've lost 3 in a row,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's not been good. But you know what?
They're not healthy.
They're not healthy. They're injured, and they need his book. You're not crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor Daryl's book drop.
The book, the
They
drop.
got some mental
Yep.
issues. I think that they need help with.
They do, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm giving books to the Bucks
All right.
when they buy them.
When they buy them, hey, they can afford
They don't
them.
need your
they can afford it.
donation.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's a good one.
Do you have like a special jacket that says you're crazy that we could give to people at Thanksgiving? Like
Yeah,
just certain.
Yes, you can just it's a little
There you
note.
go.
It's a
Oh,
little
no.
note. Like you passed the test. You are crazy.
Dropped it.
That's okay. Look.
Yeah.
Mom's
Oh,
it
she's
back
got
up.
another one. A good mom. That's right. You
So we
got
had a
it.
book signing that went super well
Yeah.
on Sunday. I know that's not what we're here to talk about, but it
Yeah.
was
She likes that mic.
super
You know, this
exciting.
baby's hogging the mic just like you, Melissa.
He's my kid. He's hamming
Here we
it
go.
up.
There we go.
He's
There
my
we go.
kid.
There we go. This is funny.
Yeah, the book signing was amazing. I'm grateful for everybody that came out. And so if you didn't get a chance to come out, we'll be doing something again. I don't know what that is, but if not, go purchase the book. I hope it serves you and it ministers to you well. So I'm grateful.
So cool.
Yeah.
So book signing and you preached this weekend.
Yes.
An overflowing weekend. I'm sure your cup was empty when your head hit the pillow
Yes.
last night. Any overflow from the message? We talked about serving.
Mm-hmm.
We got questions about burnout and serving, people pleasing, washing people's feet. A lot of questions, but any overflow, anything you want to share?
Through the magic of editing, the baby is now gone.
Yes.
So, right. So,
Left him with a woman on a cruise ship.
Craig and I talked this over a little bit. And so, when we were talking about serving and washing feet. So, starting next month, we're going to start washing people's feet every weekend here at the church.
You are.
And start
Yeah.
right after worship.
Is that fun to
washing
do?
feet.
I've never done it, but I could imagine
I grew up doing it, washing feet, and it was a practice that we did pretty regularly, probably like 5 or 6 times throughout the year. And it's a humbling experience, and it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's intimate, but you go, okay, this is what Jesus was experiencing in that moment, because it's not pretty. I don't care. I don't even care if somebody just had a pedicure. It's not a pretty thing to do, to be on your knees and washing somebody's feet.
Either way, having your feet washed or the one washing feet, it's awkward. It's awkward.
It's awkward.
I'm glad you said it was really symbolic. There was a bigger picture behind the washing of the feet to serve others. But that was the lowliest job of the servants of that day. And so I love what you said, Daryl, about if you can't serve at home, then you're too small to serve
anywhere else.
Because, man, we got Jesus, the Son of God, the creator of the universe, stooped down to serve us in the dirt.
Yes.
And that's just a powerful truth. Well, no matter who you are, we all should be serving.
And I think it's the dynamic of understanding what it meant rather than trying to recreate the same thing. Right. Because it was something that was absolutely needed back then.
Yeah.
Like they were walking through streets that animals were on. I mean, nastiness, dirt, dung, all that kind of stuff.
Pretty
and so it was a regular thing when you come into somebody's house. Probably want to get rid of what's on that.
Yeah.
And so there's nobody there to do it. Nobody did it. And so Jesus goes, you know what? I'm going to show them what it means to be first. I'm going to show what it means to lead. And I'm going to do this. And I have been a part of them before, the foot washing things, and it was very awkward. Yeah. But I didn't have that special moment. I was just like, can we please just and then when somebody's washing your feet, that was even worse. Like that was just like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My toes are all jacked up. I'm sorry about that.
But the bigger principle, again, Jesus at the end of that said, hey, if you want to be great, because we're fighting over who's going to be the greatest leader. Right. Yeah. Sitting next to Jesus. He goes, you want to be great, serve others.
Yep.
I think Dwight Moody said, the measure of a man is the greatness of a man is measured by how many people he serves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. And if we're honest, the people that we admire the most are the people who are serving us. Yeah. Like even when we think about the popular figures in history, we think about those who served us well. Yeah. And that's the example that Jesus gives. And that's what he wants us to do. Not for us to sit on a pedestal, but us to be willing to kneel down in front of people and get into the mess of their lives.
Can I give a real life example? Yeah. And I hope he listens. He really doesn't go to our church, but he comes every once in a while. He is the GM of the golf course that I'm a member of, a private course here in Tampa, really nice course. And being the GM, he's like the boss. One day I'm getting to the clubhouse and I see him out there sweeping the sidewalks, the GM. And I told him, I said, that's a great example as a leader. I mean, that's pretty powerful. Yeah. I think sometimes we get a title or position, we think, I'm now exempt. But man, that was pretty powerful.
That is awesome.
Yeah, my sister was telling me a story. Her best friend's little brother got baptized. We've been, we're so excited. She's like, you got to see the picture. I said, what church they go to? She said they go to Joel Osteen's church. And she shows me a picture and it's Joel Osteen baptizing this 12-year-old boy, in the baptismal. And it's just that servant heart, is just like, it's just important in ministry. Yeah. So what do you say to someone who loves Jesus, but does not feel called to serve?
I'll give you a scriptural response. Ephesians 2:9, 2:8 says we're saved by the grace of God. 2:9 says, and we've all been created in Christ Jesus for good works. He's prepared and planned for something that we're supposed to use, the gifts, the talents, to serve. So that's a contradiction. You can't, and I don't want to say, maybe you had a bad experience in serving, but it's a contradiction to love Jesus, but not serve people, because the greatest command was love God, then love others. Well, how do you love others? You love others by serving them. So, I mean, that's a simple answer. But
I think the tough thing we see, and it's not just today, it's throughout, I mean, you see it throughout Scripture too, is we love to take the parts of Jesus that we love and then discard the other parts. We love to take the parts of the gospel that we love and discard the other parts. And so for some people, it may be serving. For other people, it may be giving. For other people, it may be forgiveness, whatever it may be. We like to take on the things that we naturally do well and go, that's what it means for me to follow God, and get rid of the other side. And one of the hardest things as a Christian is to regularly check yourself and go, what part am I not living out? What part am I not doing? And a lot of times it's that relationship with God that is not as strong as it needs to be, because out of that overflow is where God grabs your heart. Or maybe it's the fact that God has given you that calling or that thing inside of you. You just don't like what it is. And so we don't like it. And so we go away from it. And so the dynamic of, well, I love Jesus, but I don't do that. Well, no, because if you truly loved him, I mean, Jesus said, you obey my commands, you'll do what I ask you to do, and we'll follow his example. Yeah. But it's a hard thing to do regularly as a Christian, is just check myself. What part of the gospel, what part of what Jesus would do am I not doing myself? And just be honest about it.
Specifically about serving, you said something really good. God's not looking for volunteers. What was the word you used? It's great.
we're filling kingdom assignments,
Kingdom assignments.
not volunteer assignments.
Yeah,
And I
so
think
you're called to something.
you're called to something. For the person that says, I love Jesus, but I'm not called to ministry, it would be like saying, I love my spouse, but I'm not called to serve them.
Yeah.
I love my spouse, but I won't make them dinner. I love my spouse, but I won't open the door. I love my spouse, but I won't hug them or kiss them. No, it's a part of that relationship, whether you feel like it or not. I think one of the things that we struggle with is we want passion before participation. We want to go, when I feel it, then that's when I do it. But Jesus says, when you follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. He doesn't say, when you follow me and you feel like being fishers of men. He says, no, if you follow me, I'm going to make you fishers of people. I'm going to, following me, the byproduct of following me is that you serve people. It's just what I do. Like I was wrestling with this idea between mentorship and discipleship. We talk about mentorship a lot, and I think we have good intentions when we say the word. But I think the Bible doesn't use mentorship, it uses discipleship. It says make disciples of men. And when you're making disciples, you're not going out of your way to teach someone. You're bringing them along so they learn from you. And so that's the difference between mentorship and discipleship. It is, follow me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna come to your house. You come to mine. I'm going this way. I'm doing ministry anyway, and I want you to come with me so you can see what I'm doing. This is what Jesus did with the disciples. They followed him. Hey, I'm going to go heal people. I'm going to go walk on water. I'm going to go raise people from the dead. Come along and watch this experience. And when you see this, you're going to go, ooh, I want to be a part of that. I want to serve like that. And so for the person that says, I love Jesus, but they're not willing to follow him, then you have to question, do you really love Jesus? Or do you like him a lot and you like what he represents? But when you love somebody, you trust them, you follow them, and then just being in proximity makes you want to go, man, I want to do what they're doing. I want to serve like they serve. And so you'll find passion usually comes after participation, not before.
You just stepped on their toes, but that's okay.
That's all right.
But really, I think I like how many. I can't wait to go work out. Sometimes you got to go do it, and after you do it, you feel better.
Yes,
and I think serving is that way. Now, I'm not saying you should serve in an area you're not called. That can be very frustrating, where you're doing something that you don't have passion for, and it's necessary sometimes. I think there's a primary calling we have, and then there's secondary things we do just because we should have a heart to serve. But we have a primary calling assignment, figuring out what that is, and you'll get great joy out of it.
Well, and we're limiting our growth when we choose not to serve. So much of growth. People are like, I want to go deeper. I want to go deeper. Serve. Serve, disciple someone, bring somebody else along. So we are limiting how much we will grow because of the fact that when we serve is when God actually reveals more of his heart, more of his character. When we serve, we understand Jesus more. And so we're choosing in that moment. If we're going to say, I'm not going to serve, you're limiting the amount you're going to understand of Jesus. You're limiting the amount of heart you're going to receive from him. And so it's choosing a lesser form.
It's funny when you say that. Think about it doesn't even make sense when and again, we're picking on this person, but the Bible describes the church as a body. 1 Corinthians 12, and every part of the body has a role, a place where it works and it functions. Can you imagine if everyone said, I love Jesus, but I don't want to serve? We couldn't do what we do as a church. There's so many amazing people who have accepted their kingdom assignment and are making Grace Family Church it's a great influence in our community because of the people that do serve.
And there's things that we can't do yet because people have not stepped up. And a lot of times people will come to us, why don't we have this ministry? And they never like our response because we go, well, why don't you start it? And the reason we say that is because we don't want to just start a ministry. I don't need to start every ministry that's on your heart because it's going to go badly because I'm leading it. We need to find somebody that has a passion for it. And so when I've had somebody go, well, we need an elderly ministry. I'm like, absolutely. What do you think about starting it and finding some other people to do it? Why? Because you have a passion for it.
Ephesians 4:12, equip the saints for the work of the ministry. It can't all be done by paid staff. It would be a very small impact.
That's right. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the difference between serving someone humbly, serving the church humbly, serving with a great heart versus people pleasing and doing something because you want to make everyone happy? This person said, I'm typically a people pleaser, but I'm trying to get better at that.
If you do it for that reason, you're going to be disappointed because some people aren't going to appreciate what you do. You serve with no conditions. It's unconditional. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Sometimes God calls us to serve our enemies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
but that's people pleasing is a there's a big difference.
Yeah. People pleasing is serving for approval.
That's good.
But when you're serving in humility, you're just serving because this is what I do.
Yeah.
I don't need your approval. I don't need your applause. Doesn't mean I don't like it.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I don't want
We
it.
want affirmation,
But
yeah.
I'm doing this because this is who I am. And so when you do it from that regard, you recognize, man, if I don't make that person happy, or if they don't applaud, it's okay. I did what I was supposed to do because that's what God called me to do. I mean, when we serve people, people who are homeless, we don't always know what the outcome is. When we're serving our friends and our neighbors, we don't always know what the outcome is.
Yep.
I served my neighbor the other day. He didn't say thank you, but so what? I don't care that he doesn't say thank you. I did what God told me to do, and that's it. And he may never notice it. That's fine. So that's the difference between approval and people pleasing and humility.
It'll leave you, if you're always doing it for the pleasing aspect, you will become disappointed and you probably will stop serving because you get bitter. You're like, no one appreciates what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Not that we shouldn't affirm. I mean, we should appreciate when people, but
Yeah, I think you can always ask the question, if no one said good job today, would I still do what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
And so, which is a hard thing to do, but it is something, and you got to, I think what Pastor Craig said is so important. Do you find yourself getting bitter because nobody's paying attention? Because if that's the case, then you're probably people pleasing. Because if what we're supposed to do, and guys, this is hard, but literally for an audience of one, like we're doing this for God. But when we find ourselves, especially, and I know we're going to get into this later, getting burnout and stuff like that, a lot of times it's because we're doing it for the wrong reasons. And we're doing it because we're expecting something out of it instead of just doing it because this is what God calls us to.
And what about people pleasing in the sense of not doing something you're called to do with a not great attitude, but people pleasing, like someone says, oh, you should have us over for dinner tonight. And you say yes because you're a people pleaser, right? Like doing things that
You have
maybe
people
you're not.
that do that? They just go, you should have us over for dinner
But
tonight?
that's like
I know what you're
classic
saying. There's a little bit of that.
people-pleaser,
Yeah, it's
that
a little
you're
bit of a
doing
manipulation.
What other people
Yeah.
have said instead of doing what you feel like God has called you to do. That's a line people have to walk too. But you are called to serve, right? You don't have to have strangers over your house for dinner, but you are called to serve.
Well,
in
now
the
you're
church.
getting into the mental health because you got to have boundaries when people start.
True.
They put an expectation on you like that all the time.
Absolutely.
You got to figure that out. Boundaries
And that's how people get burnt out by not having boundaries. Nobody gets burnt out by serving people. You get burnt out by not having boundaries and the right intimacy.
Yeah.
Jesus had boundaries.
Yeah.
Like when you look all throughout Scripture, you'll find places where they were looking for Jesus. And I don't know that he had a schedule or not, but they were looking for Jesus. Jesus, you were supposed to be here, and Jesus was like, I was praying. Jesus, you're supposed to go to this town. All these people are waiting for you. And Jesus is like, nah, I'm going to the next town.
Yeah.
Like he never got hung up in what everybody else wants me to do. I love, I think it's Mark 9 where Jesus walks away, where he had healed a bunch of people. And then after he healed that people that day, the next morning, they're looking for Jesus because more people came to be healed. And Jesus doesn't even go back to the house. Yeah. He says, no, let's go to the next town. Yeah. But wait a minute. What about all those people who came who are sick and hurting? And Jesus knows that they're there, but his boundaries are so secure. He says, yeah, but I'm not here for that. This was just a pit stop. Now we're going to the next place. Yeah. And I think sometimes we get burned out because we don't recognize the difference between what's a pit stop and then where you're supposed to stay. And so sometimes you're supposed to go, no, my business hours are 9 to 5. This is when I do that. Or like on the days that are my Sabbath, on the times that are my Sabbath, I don't break that for people. Like, hey, what's the best time for you with God? Well, the best time for me with God is in the morning. Okay, well, let's meet at 9 a.m. No. Yeah. Right. That's my Jesus time. So you got to create those boundaries. And because I need time to spend with God. Everybody needs time to spend with God. And you get burnt out when you're not intimate with Jesus.
I had a lady one time early in our church life, and because I was always wanting people to serve and volunteer, and she said, I want my husband to start coming to church, and he's not coming yet. It's been about a year. And I said, oh, she goes, and I'm here 5 nights a week. serving, doing all this stuff. She goes, what should I do? I said, you should serve less here. You need to go home more. You need to be home with your husband more and not be here so often. She thought it was being an example by being God. No, you need to cut down half of what you're doing right now. Just spend more time at home serving your husband. Sure enough, about a year later, he came to the Lord, but she was out of, she wanted to influence her husband, but actually it was hurting. Yes. He felt like he was competing.
Yeah.
With the church.
So
and you become resentful of both of you become resentful of the church because it's like, man, my spouse is always there. They're never at home. And for spouses, I tell people, if the work of God ever replaces the presence of God where you're supposed to be in your life, it will create resentment in both. Go home. Go sit down. You cannot do it all. It is there's a fine line between humility and pride. And so, I've got to do it. It's got to be me. And if I stay here longer, then God will love me more. Nope. Go home. Go sit down. Give it to somebody else. Learn how to delegate. Get prepared so you don't get burned out. God has work for you to do, and He doesn't want you to burn yourself out this summer. So,
well, I think the thing is we got to be honest about our burnout because a lot of times our burnout is, like you said, with the boundaries, but it's not because we lack boundaries at church. We lack boundaries everywhere else. And the first thing we go to cut is the hour a week that we serve. I'm like, that's not what's burning you out.
True.
And so it's all the other things. Good. And so often like people go, I'm burnt out because of this. I'm doing all of these other things. Well, maybe that's what you need to do less because the benefit to service is far greater than overdoing your calendar at other places. Like what you're going to get from God, what you're going to be able to do for God and what you're going to receive from it is far greater. And so often what I see is people, their entire lives are boundaryless, and then all of a sudden they said they have an hour a week every other month, and it's like that's what's burning me out. No, that's not what's burning you out. That's maybe actually the one thing that's bringing you a little bit of fulfillment. And so be honest about it, walk through it, ask questions of other people around you. But I've seen the people like Pastor Craig said, they're here every single day. No, we're fulfilling something else that's there. You need to spend some time with your family, but pay attention to your entire life when you're looking at burnout.
It comes back to people pleasing. You got to learn to say no. And be okay with that. And they may not like you for a little bit, but you have to learn no.
You got to do no. I think people
we're all learning that, aren't we?
Yes.
What I talked to you about the other, I said, Daryl got to learn to say no.
You did, and I'm saying no in the best ways. I mean, when you're saying no to things, that means you're saying you're making something else a priority. Something is valuable. It's like, nope. It doesn't mean that I don't want to do that. It just means that, no, there's something more valuable that needs my time. And even if that is me doing nothing, I need to do nothing before I do something. So whatever that looks like.
That's good.
I forgot the other thing I was going to say, but we'll
no, that's good.
We'll move on.
Well, you mentioned pride. I want to talk about it. And you guys know I love the freedom ministry here, right? And it's all about the two kind of mountains to climb, fear and pride. And you shared in your message, Jesus told Peter he had to let him wash his feet. Not letting someone help us can be pride. But why is it so hard to put down those walls? Why is it so hard to get the pride out of our lives and let people serve us? That story about the ladder was hilarious. Right. That your friend didn't ask for help getting on his roof when you have a ladder right there. Like it's such a clear example.
Jumped from a tree.
What it looks like.
Like when he told me, I was like, you climbed up a tree to get on your roof and all you needed was a ladder?
Yeah.
I think not letting people help you, it shows that we need people. Like when we don't want to think we need people. We want to think, man, I can do it myself. And when we admit that we need help, it's almost this admittance of I'm human. And we don't want to be just human. Everybody wants to be above average. Like no one says, "Ooh, I'm a 5." Like everybody is a 7 and above. So everybody wants to be Superman, Batman, the superhero. Everybody wants to be, they want to shoot the shot at the last 3 seconds. Everybody wants to be that guy. And when you're asking for help, it's like, oh, I can't do it. And sometimes it makes you feel like, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough, which is also pride.
It is.
To think you are less than what God called you is prideful. Craig already mentioned it. We are one body. we need each other. My foot needs my hand, needs my fingers, needs my ears. And so to rely on someone who's good at something or has something, that's not a weakness.
Yeah.
That's actually brilliant.
No. It's
That
wisdom.
that's wisdom to be able to discern, man, he's really good at this. He's really good. Let me go and ask for that help. So one, I can save myself some time, headache, and heartache.
Yeah.
And get the help I need because we're better together.
Ecclesiastes, man, we're better together. Men always use that word. I feel weak when I ask. Man, that's rooted in pride too.
Yeah.
So.
You're allowing somebody else to use their gifting too. Like you're allowing them to do what God has asked them to do. And so you're taking away a blessing, which you talked about. And you're also taking away your own blessing that you would receive from them getting to serve you. But it's so true because there's something inside of me that doesn't want other people to do something for me because then I also feel like I owe them.
Yes.
Like there's that inside, like I don't want to feel like I owe somebody something. And I'm like, it's ridiculous. But that's also not what, God said when he's talking about serving one another. It's not the idea that you owe somebody now. It's that they served them and you're going to serve other people and all of us working together. But man, it is hard to get over, especially as a man, I feel like. There's just something inside of me that goes, I've got YouTube. I can figure it out. And YouTube is dangerous because they'll show you how to do a lot of things. But somewhere along the lines, you got to go, I don't need to be that, which is hard.
And I think that the other hurdles to get over is what if they say no? What if I ask and I'm vulnerable? And sometimes the issue is we feel like, and let's just lay it out there. This is easier said than done.
It is.
Because I'm that person. For years, I've always been, I'll go find the book. I'll read the book. I'll go on YouTube. I'll figure it out. And some of it is because I have asked for help and then they messed it up. Or I have it, or it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Now I got to go fix it.
Yeah.
And so,
It's like you fix your trees with that electric tree trimmer. It's like a tree branch this thick. It would have been this little electric thing. We're laughing.
What are you trying to get me? So
embarrassing.
Since you brought it up, let's talk
perfectly
about it.
for a month. It would have taken.
Listen, I bought this little chainsaw.
It's not even a chainsaw. It looks like tweezers or something. But go ahead.
I bought this little because I got a little electric because a lot of trees around my house, and so I was like, let me trim some of these trees, and I'm out there. I can do stuff.
Yeah.
And so I got the little. I got my little chainsaw. It's probably like this big, and I'm out there just. Dude, it's cutting like nothing. I'm out there like 30 minutes and I barely cut anything, just little bitty branches. And then it got stuck.
It did.
It was literally just stuck in the tree and I couldn't get it out. It was just hanging there. And I left it there for like 2 days. I couldn't get it out.
What did you do?
And
Did you ask for
I was
help?
hanging on it. I was pulling on it, and I could not get this thing out of this tree. My neighbor Larry,
We know Larry.
we know it, the infamous Larry. My neighbor Larry comes over, and he's got a real chainsaw.
Yeah, he's got
and
the
he's
real
like,
tools. Done.
I
We're
was
done.
like,
Bam, bam.
I need a real chainsaw. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you asked for help.
I asked, actually,
Or
I
Larry
didn't.
volunteered.
I let him help me.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
didn't. He saw me struggling. I don't know how long he saw me struggling, which is probably. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I probably was an entertainment for him because he just saw me out there just
Funniest home
what
videos.
is this dude
Hey,
doing?
watches Daryl's hanging from the tree.
Yeah, I would literally was
On a
hanging on,
chainsaw.
just pulling it,
So funny.
hoping that it would drop down. And eventually he came over, and I was like, "Man, thank you." And
There you go.
I received that help. But we got to get over ourselves sometimes. We've got to get over it won't be the way that I wanted it to be. We got to get over if I ask for help, someone's going to think less of me. There's been this myth portrayed, especially among men, that we're supposed to know everything. Yeah. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know everything. We ain't that smart. We need each other. What was that song many years ago? People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. You need people.
Yeah.
And the Bible is constantly saying, come together,
Yep.
use people. Jesus used people. He served with people. The disciples served with people. When he sent people out to do ministry, he sent them out in twos. You need people. So never feel weak and allow people to serve you and serve others.
That's right. Hey, Melissa, Thanksgiving's Thursday.
Thanksgiving's this week.
And At the Table was a great series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do something at the table this weekend, right?
Yes.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Be at the table.
Yeah, the November
have a-
table challenge.
Have a conversation,
No phones.
Yeah, put them up, talk, man, be with family,
Yeah.
forgive people.
Yeah,
You
there's
got
some people
family
you won't see
members.
again for another year.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Serve
that
them well.
Yeah, I mean, when you say have the conversation, because based off that conversation is probably the rest of your year's conversations with them or no conversation. So
I don't mean to take over, Melissa, but
You go,
favorite
Pastor
side. Favorite side
go,
for
Pastor
Thanksgiving.
Craig. You did say earlier that I was a Mike Hog, so I'm glad that
I love the sides.
take over.
I love
So
sides.
I'm going to go can I say 2 sides or 1 side? 1 side. Sweet potatoes.
I hate those.
Oh,
Like,
I
oh,
don't
what
know
is
why.
wrong
like
with you?
never liked them.
just straight sweet potato or sweet potato casserole?
No, don't casserole it.
No casserole at all?
Mashed
Straight
or
up,
Just-
cubed?
straight up sweet
Roasted?
potatoes.
They're I don't even know.
Baked. They bake them, right?
They're baked,
Baked.
they're sliced, they've got
Oh,
the sauce
stuffed.
with them.
Okay.
Put a little sauce on
Yeah,
them.
there's
What kind of
I thought
sauce?
just like a sweet potato with nothing
Just-
on it. And I'm like, that
No.
doesn't sound that good.
sweet potatoes. That's my. It's not
good.
Thanksgiving without sweet potatoes. I want my mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you just
that's-
stole my
You
second one.
love
That's
it.
my
Yeah.
mac and cheese. Now my
Yeah.
son makes a gourmet mac and cheese. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's amazing.
Yeah, mine's mac and cheese, and not the Kraft stuff. If you
No,
bring Kraft
no.
mac and
The
cheese,
real cheese.
you're basically saying to your family, "I don't love you." If
Yeah.
you bring
If you
Kraft
put
mac
Kraft-
and cheese,
Come on
Wow.
now.
yeah,
If that mac and cheese is not coming out of an oven,
Right.
baked,
yes,
it's like
that has some
now.
crunchiness,
Some crust.
What's
to it.
crust. Yeah, oh yeah,
What's
Yeah.
yours? Is it
It's mac and cheese,
What's
yeah.
yours? Italian. What Italians do?
Yeah, we do we do 2 different types of stuffing.
Mhm. Ooh, okay.
One with
Lobster.
sausage in it,
Okay. Oh, I
like
could
ground
I could do
sausage
that.
in the
That sounds
stuffing.
good.
I like regular stuffing too.
Okay.
I love the cranberry sauce.
I don't like cranberry or sweet
Yeah.
potatoes.
I like
Okay.
Really?
Cranberry sauce.
Those are so classic Thanksgiving.
And I hate
flavor.
pumpkin pie. So Thanksgiving's not my favorite
Really?
time, actually.
I'm not a pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
I'm a
just
sweet
sweet
potato,
potato pie.
Sweet potato
Sweet
pie.
potato pie. I've never had that.
What?
Wow.
I've never had it.
Okay.
You like apple pie too?
That's Southern, man.
Yes,
You-
I
you're
like.
just not
My
Southern.
wife
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
both. She does apple pie and sweet potato.
Wow.
Be thankful.
Pecan pie
Be
is good
thankful
too.
this Thanksgiving.
I
people.
do like. I mean, I like pumpkin pie with a large amount of whipped cream
Okay.
is the key.
Like 90%
So you like a
whipped
large
cream.
amount of whipped cream
I
with
do.
a little bit of
A little
pumpkin
bit of
pie.
It's like the
pumpkin pie.
vessel to get
But
the.
I also don't
whipped
like a
cream.
lot of pumpkin pies are not good. Like they don't have
Yeah.
any spice to them, and so it's got to have some spice and stuff. I also like pecan pie. That's it's good too. But
Amazing.
yeah,
Well, this is going to drop the day before Thanksgiving. So we're going to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving whenever
Yes.
they do watch this.
Yeah.
We're so excited
Happy
for
Thanksgiving,
the
y'all.
rest of the season. Lean in for the rest of the month for the November table challenge. It's
Yeah.
been all
Yes.
over social media. Make sure that you're sitting around the table with your family, talking about your best and worst, saying a prayer of gratitude and leaning in.
Invite someone.
Yes.
And don't ask them to church. Just invite them to come have a dinner with you.
At
absolutely.
your house. That's good.
Absolutely.
Go out there and wash some feet.
There you go.
And do that at Thanksgiving. That's fun.
Please don't
All right. We're
wash
going to
your
wrap up
neighbor's
with
feet
that.
without
Thank you
asking them.
guys for being with us on another
Football and
episode
feet.
of the Pastor's Hangover. We will see you next week.